Hello students, let us continue our chapter with the last topic, that is business risk. If you remember, we studied one of the characteristics of business also, that it always involves the risk. Now the question is, what is business risk? Risk is the possibility of inadequate profits or losses. I have started the business in the expectation that I would earn 10% return on the business. That means I have invested 1 lakh rupee, and at the end of year I would get 10,000 as a profit on the business. But what happens? In spite of 10% profits, I earn 6% profits or sometimes losses. Why it happens? Might be there may be a change in the demand of customer due to change in taste. I have started a business of one particular thing which is not demanded by the customers. They may be demanding some other item, or there may be some other persons who are competing to me in the same kind of products. More and more customer might be going to those competitors. So these may be the few reasons of business risk. Sometime any natural calamity may be there. This you can observe nowadays very easily, that all the business houses are being closed. Producers, they might have produced lots of things now, but they are not able to sell, or somewhere the production is being stopped. So this is the business risk. Let us study more about the types as well as characteristics and the causes of business risk. Types of business risk. Business risk may be of two types. First one is speculative risk and other one is pure risk. Speculative risk says that there is a possibility of profit as well as possibility of loss. If the market conditions changed, there may be profit or there may be the loss. When there will be the profit? If the conditions go according to the needs, or I would say that if the condition goes in the favor of businessman, there may be the possibility of gain. If goes against it, there is a possibility of loss. This you can observe very much from the current scenario. Now the other one is pure risk. Pure risk, there is only a possibility of loss or no loss. For example, if a business premises catches a fire, definitely there is a loss. If it doesn't, there will be no loss. If an accident happens, there is a loss of goods or property, I would say. If doesn't happen, there is no loss. So pure risk is there is a possibility of loss or no loss. Wherever speculative risk is, there is a possibility of profits, might be the possibility of loss also. Let us go through the characteristics or the features of business risk. Features or nature, one and the same thing. Business risk arises due to uncertainty. Yes, business risk arises due to uncertainty because business is done for taking in consideration the future times, and the future is always uncertain. I am buying the goods in the expectation that tomorrow I will be able to sell the goods, or in coming time I will be able to sell the goods. But coming time, that is future, it is always uncertain. Uncertainty, as I said earlier, it may be due to change in demand and prices, due to change in government policy and the other risk, other reasons. Next is the risk is the essential element of every business. There is no such kind of business that there is no risk. In every business, there is a risk always exists. The question is, this risk cannot be eliminated, but it can be minimized. How it can be minimized? We have studied in the concept of auxiliaries to trade. Risk can be minimized through insurance. Let us continue for the next characteristics. That is, degree of risk depends mainly upon the nature and size of business. Nature and size of business means which kinds of goods a businessman is dealing, which kinds of goods and services he is providing to the customers. What is the size of business? Listen, kinds of goods. If a businessman is dealing in grocery goods, that your daily item goods, definitely the risk will be smaller or the lesser risk. At the same time, if he is dealing in some metal, that is, might be gold, might be silver, might be diamond, might be some iron, then the risk will be of more, or that is, risk will be of the higher nature. So grocery item, daily use item is in comparison to some metal or ornament, so there may be risk, more risk may be there. In the same way, size of business. Smaller the business, lesser the risk. Larger the business, more the risk. There are so many other factors. If a businessman is dealing in fashionable items, so there is a high degree of risk. If a businessman is dealing daily routine items, not such fashionable, there may be a lesser degree of risk. Now the question is, profit is the reward of taking risk. If the businessman will not take the risk, there will not be profits, as no risk, no gain. This is the old principle. If you don't want to bear the risk, you will not do according to the demands of consumers. So there is a chance of lesser profits. If you go according to the needs of consumers, so definitely there will be the increased profits. Let us study what may be the different causes of business risk. The causes, natural cause. Natural cause means through which a human being is not having little control over the nature, like flood, earthquake, lightning, etc. This is the natural cause, due to which the business profits are being minimized. Next may be human cause. Human cause includes unexpected events that किसी ने नहीं सोचा था ना कि 1 month 2 months बिजनेस को बंद रहना पड़ सकता है. तो दिस इज द ह्यूमन कॉज. Human cause, the other human causes are dishonesty as well as carelessness, and negligence of employees, so on. Other one is economic cause. Economic cause may be due to change in technology, change in the methods of production, and so on. In this way, there may be some other causes like some political disturbances, mechanical failure, or etc. There may be some technical problems in the production process. So, these are the few causes of the business risk. Keep learning. Thank you.